So, new microphone arrived today. I don't have to sit as close to the camera today, which is great. It seems pretty sensitive, so I have to try and keep my voice down. Chill. In terms of good news, apart from getting a new microphone, apparently the Ioane brothers, Rico and Akira, are going to be staying with the Blues past 2018, which, if you're a Blues fan, is indeed good news because they've been two of the better players this season. From what Tana Umaga has come out and said, their contracts with the Blues are sorted. Everything's kind of been signed on the dotted line, but things now need to go through New Zealand Rugby for them to sign their sides of the contract. So Rico's one is obviously going to be pretty hefty, but with Julian Savea coming off his big contract this year, I guess there's going to be a bit of money in the kitty for them to pay him. And as to Akira's contract, given that he's on the fringe of the All Blacks, I'm not sure how much he gets topped up, but I would imagine there's going to be a bit of incentive to keep him around. There's been a bit of talk about whether other teams might be interested in signing these guys. In terms of confirmed news, the only one that I've seen is the Hurricanes were interested in Akira. But I've also gone through and had a look at these guys, or these other teams, to see which players might be kind of needing a player in either of these kind of back row or outside backs or maybe midfield positions, just to see which gaps might need filling. In terms of the Chiefs, Liam Messam is the biggest name to be going, but they've still got plenty of other guys signed up. This is all from news sources, Wikipedia, which is not the most reliable, but confirmed news articles and the team's website, so hopefully all this is correct. Messam's leaving, but they've got plenty of other loose forwards that are signed on for next year. And they do have a lot of outside backs to re-sign, but I would imagine it's just a matter of going through that kind of negotiation process. Ala Malo signed up for next year, but Pulu and Anton Leonard-Brown's staying. Ngatai's going, but Pulu and Sean Stevenson, guys like that, still need contracts. So we'll see what happens there. For the Hurricanes, obviously Thompson and Shields leaving is probably one of the main reasons that the Hurricanes would have been looking at Akira. But I mean, even them, they've still got Evans, Fafita and Henwood for next year, so not exactly drastically lacking in depth. Julian Savea going, you might have thought that Rico would be a nice guy to partner Ben Lamb. That'd be a pretty fearsome wing combo coming at you, but I mean, even they've got Aso Lamape, Proctor, Hussein, Lamb, and Nihi Milnescada all signed up for 2019. So again, not exactly lacking depth on the wing. The Crusaders, Tamani Valu's leaving, but it's mostly pretty stable. Back rowers, Tafua, Todd, Fetu Douglas, Reed all signed up for 2019. Wings, Bridge and Enor are staying, plus Habili and Dag are also signed up. So I mean, can you imagine if Rico played for the Crusaders? That would just be almost unfair. The Highlanders don't have any real big names leaving. I mean, Elliot Dixon signed on to play in Japan in the off-season, but I believe he's staying with the Highlanders next year. Squire's on the contract for next year. Whitelock, Naholo's still there. Nabura is going to be signed up for 2019, so there's not exactly any big gaps. Ben Smith's going to be there. I mean, obviously the addition of Rico Ioane or Akira is going to be great, but in terms of their back row, he might even be pushing it to get in. He's a different player to Luke Whitelock for sure, but Luke Whitelock won that battle for the All Blacks, so it'd be an interesting one. So yeah, I think for the most part it's good news for the All Blacks and New Zealand Rugby that these guys are staying, but especially good news for the Blues. Because, yeah, as I said, their depth is not that great in a lot of positions, and these are two of their better performers throughout the year. So we'll see if they're able to get things over the line. Apparently, Rico has not really been shopped around so many teams because, you know, he's pretty happy with how his career progression is going at the Blues. You know, he gets to play wing, he gets to play in the midfield from time to time. He's playing for the All Blacks regularly, so there's not really anything for him to look at moving for Akira. I guess there was just interest from other teams to try and lure him away, but it seems to have not worked. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see just how the Blues develop over these guys' contracts, how long their contracts are going to be, and whether or not the appeal of actually challenging for a Super Rugby title, if the Blues can't do it, will appeal to them next time they're able to sign a contract. But you guys let me know what you think about this, assuming it all goes ahead, and I'll talk to you again soon. Alright guys, see you later.